Hey, what's going on, everyone? You're watching Foreman's Basement. My name is Frank. We're going to be bouncing around a little bit here, but today the main topic of conversation is going to be my thoughts on the Marine Band Deluxe harmonica. I just got one of these in the key of A. I've wanted it forever, and I'm going to be comparing it to my favorite harmonica, the classic regular Marine Band 1896, the old school one with the nails. And then at the end of the video, I'll probably just talk a little bit about what I've been up to lately. It's been a very hectic time in my life since you guys last saw me. Please no comments on the haircut. I'm suffering enough. I have to live like this until my hair grows back. I don't know what happened. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, Marine Band Deluxe. That's what I'm here to talk about. As you all know, I love to play blues harmonica, and my absolute favorite model is the Marine Band Classic by Hohner, the 1896. Still held together by nails. When I first started playing, this was the harmonica that I picked up. It's the harmonica that I own the most of. You can see I have a whole set of them here, plus a couple of other ones just laying around for spare parts and stuff. But I love the Marine Band, guys. It's what I play almost exclusively, and I have very little bad things to say about the Marine Band. So you can imagine when I heard that there was a Marine Band Deluxe, how excited I was to start playing this. Now, after I bought my first Hohner when I first started, I got them in a couple of keys. I think I got like a C, an F, like an A. I got like 2 or 3 random keys of Marine Band. And then after that, I went out and I tried every other harmonica that I could get my hands on. I tried everything. Seidel, Lee Oscar, East Top, Suzuki, Baby Fat. Pretty much, I'm sure that I'm missing some, but any harmonica that you can think of, the main manufacturers, I've tried most of them. Most of the heavy hitters, most of the ones that are considered the best harmonicas around. I went and tried them all, and once I had tried them all, I came back and I said, you know what? The Marine Band is the one that I like the best. It plays great out of the box. I love the wooden comb. Also, a lot of my favorite players played this instrument. A lot of the classic blues guys, and even the contemporary players, the modern players, a lot of them favor the Marine Band over anything else. In fact, I think even Jason Ritchie, I might be mistaken about this, but I think even Jason Ritchie has his harmonicas, they're custom Marine Bands with special 20 cover plates. I'm not sure. I think that's what they are. Don't quote me on that. But even if Jason Ritchie doesn't play Marine Bands, a lot of modern players do, myself included. Now, the only issue that I have, or one of the only issues that I have, is that the construction is ancient. This is held together by nails. These are not screws, these are nails. So basically what that means is that it's sealed shut, and the only way that you can open this harmonica, let's say that I had a problem with a reed. If I had a reed go flat and I had to retune it, or maybe it was just time for maintenance, maybe it was just time for a nice clean. If I wanted to get in there and do any kind of maintenance on my harmonica, well, for the Marine Band, that would be impossible. You wouldn't be able to without prying the nails off and replacing them with screws. Now, to do that is not easy. I've done it once on an old 1896, where I basically turned it into a deluxe myself. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, but the point is, it's difficult. It took an afternoon of tinkering. It required the use of a power drill that I had never used before. I managed to do it, but it wasn't easy, and it's not something that I want to start doing to all of my Marine Bands, despite the fact that it turned out pretty nice. So now I had this problem where I have this perfect harmonica. No other harmonica plays as good as this. There's nothing that I could replace this with if I wanted to, because nothing plays to me the same way that a Marine Band does, you know? It just feels so comfortable. Everything is where I need it to be. The bends are there, it's smooth, it's got a sort of a tactile sensation where I can tell where I am, I can tell what reed I'm on. The pulling the reeds down, the bending feels really good. I love the Marine Band, it just sucks that you can't open it up. Now, when I found out about the Marine Band Deluxe, I was excited. I said, this is the answer to all of my problems. This is what I need. I need a Marine Band Deluxe. Now, the marketing, the general impression that I get from the Marine Band Deluxe, by the way, these are both in the key of A, so we will be comparing the tone and all of that stuff coming up. The marketing, the general idea that I got from the Marine Band Deluxe was it's a Marine Band, but we made it better. Now, as I just mentioned a little bit ago, I once took an 1896, took these nails out, drilled right through them. I didn't take the cover plate nails off, but I did convert it so that the cover plates could use screws. So that way I could just open it, you know, if I'm at a gig or whatever with a little screwdriver, if I have to adjust something. That Marine Band played great. I did the exact same thing. Let's talk about the changes really quick. We'll go through them. So on top here, I have the regular, the original, and this is the deluxe. Okay, so we're going to be holding them side by side. Now immediately, and I'm sorry about the focus here. Sorry, make sure these are facing the right way. Immediately, you'll notice the screws, right? So we got the Marine Band Deluxe right here. It's got screws. So you can open it up, unscrew these, get inside. You can do whatever kind of maintenance work you need to do. Okay, let's take a look at the back. The Marine Band Deluxe, once again, it's opened up in the back. See, this one's kind of closed off, and a lot of players that have the tools for it, they'll take their cover plates off and bend this part back. Well, they already did that for you at the Hohner factory. Wasn't that nice of them on the Deluxe? And as you can see on the inside here, even the reed plates to the comb are held together with screws. So if it comes down to taking the entire thing apart, you know, if you gotta do a deep clean, you know, with some distilled white vinegar or whatever, that's all completely possible. They've also sanded down the sharp edges on the comb. I believe the wood is the same type of wood on both of them. The only difference being that this one, again, the corners on the Deluxe are sanded down. And also, if you look at the way that the light bounces off, what angle we gotta hit here. Okay, I'm not sure how well you're gonna be able to see that. Again, I'm sorry that my camera skills are not great here, but the Marine Band Deluxe here, they've sanded down the corners of the tines, so that gives the hole a little bit more space. As you can see, there is a sort of just a difference in the way that they look. And also it's got sort of a lacquer, a very smooth lacquer on the front, so that if you do any of that tongue slapping, tongue blocking type of thing, you know, that's just me dragging my tongue across the comb there. So that it makes it very, very comfortable for that, okay? The regular 1896 does not have that. As you can see, the corners of the tines are much sharper and there's no lacquer. Now, personally, this doesn't bother me very much. I might even make the argument that I prefer the comb like this, but it's really irrelevant. It doesn't matter. I'm just kind of pointing out the differences. Okay, see, now that I do that, now that I have been playing this for a few days, I do have to say, let's be real, it feels a lot better to drag your tongue across this comb than on this one. That's something that I didn't have that thought in my head when I started the video, but now that I'm putting them next to each other. So that's great. Again, the comb is just fantastic. It feels great. It's got a little more space on each hole. What else did they do? I think that's about it. So we got the opened up back, the screws. The comb has been lacquered up at the front. So these are the quality of life improvements that we have on the Deluxe. And in my mind, the only thing that this harmonica has to do is not anything crazy. It's, again, what it should be is you take a Marine Band, change the inscription on the cover plate, open up the back, whatever, screws, and that's it. That should be the end of it. Therefore, this instrument should play almost exactly like a Marine Band, except when I got it, it plays nothing like a Marine Band. And I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked, because it's like you had one job. All you had to do was take this, sand down the corners, put some screws in, open up the back. That's it. That's all you had to do. I don't know what... And again, I'm an amateur. I could very much be wrong, but there is just something... To put it plainly, there is just something about the way that the Marine Band Deluxe plays that doesn't feel even close to as good as the Marine Band. I struggle to find the words to describe what I'm experiencing, but let me put it... This is the best way that I found to describe it. The regular Marine Band... It has a very, it's like I said earlier, it has a very, I'm not sure if this is the right word, but it's a tactile sensation. I can feel where I'm at on the harmonica. You know, like when I'm on hole 2 and I'm hitting a 2-draw or a 2-draw bend, I know exactly where I'm at. I can feel it. I can feel sort of the Again, I'm sorry if this doesn't make sense, but I can feel the chunkiness of the air, the tactile sensation. It's like clicking a button. You know, it's like... Like, I feel like I'm holding that reed and I can just slap it and throw it around any way that I want. I feel like I'm in control. I feel like I'm grabbing that reed and I can do whatever I want with it. And this is, I mean, again, I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but the Marine Band, the classic, it's that tactile sensation. I guess what I'm trying to say is when I pulled out the Marine Band Deluxe and I first put it to my lips, I felt like I was blind. I couldn't see anything. And when I say see, I say that because the harmonica is a blind instrument. You can't see what someone's doing, you know, what's going on inside of the instrument. There's no buttons, there's no fretboard, no keys, right? So when I say I can't see, I mean, like, I just don't get that tactile sensation. It's hard to jump around on the harmonica. I can play it, of course I can, because I can also play a cheap $10 Chinese harmonica, but it doesn't feel good. It feels very loose, very airy. I can't say that it's leaky because it's a very difficult thing to describe. The only conclusion that I've been able to come to is that these higher end harmonicas must have something done to them. I don't know if it's, and again, I'm trying to figure out where the difference is, because as far as I'm concerned, the wood is the same. I'm pretty sure for both combs. The reed plates should be the same. I mean, if they're not, that's a problem. They should be the same. The length of the rivets on the reeds, like how close they come to the hole. You guys know on the Special 20s, the reeds are recessed. The reed plates are recessed, so they're a little bit further away from your lips. That's not the case on the Deluxe. They're right there, right where they need to be. So I just don't understand why this harmonica has such an airy, non-responsive feel to it. Like, I was so upset the first day that I bought this harmonica. I sat there for like an hour just comparing these two. I'd be going back and forth. And it's just, this feels like a Special 20. This feels a lot more like a Special 20 than a Marine Band. And I'm not a fan of the Special 20. I think it's a good harmonica. I think it plays well enough. But I'm really not a fan of it. I think it looks like dog shit. I think the Special 20 is one of the worst designed, as far as looks. Aesthetically, I think it looks like a children's toy. It looks cheap. It feels cheap. Now, granted, it plays good, and I'm also not crazy about the tone. So again, very mixed feelings that I have on the Special 20. I think it's a competent harp. It works. It's good enough. But so I guess what I'm trying to say is I get the same kind of loose feel with the Marine Band Deluxe, that I feel like I can't grab onto anything. This was especially pronounced on the 4-draw. Again, this is the regular Marine Band. Sorry. Every single one of those notes was just clean. It was there. I mean, barring any user error that's coming from my part, everything on this harmonica works the way that it should. When I grab that 4-draw, wah, wah, and I do that, wah, wah, that's me grabbing that reed and just going like this. You know, I can't do that nearly as well on the Deluxe. I can't grab the reeds. I feel like I have significantly less control over the reeds. I can still do it, I can play it, but it just, again, it feels loose. It feels, I'm not sure if leaky is the right term, because I checked the comb with a flashlight. There's very little actual air leak. But this brings me to the next point, which is I had to open it up. It played so bad out of the box that I had to open it up, and it wasn't just I had to look at the reeds. No, I had to remove the comb from the reed plates and individually gap every single reed. When I looked at it held up to a light with a white piece of paper so you can see the way that the light shines through the reeds, these reeds were astronomically high. I mean, it's no wonder to me that it had such a loose feel, because when I opened it, the reeds were like sitting like this off of the reed plate. I mean, it was insane. So I readjusted all of them. I tried to gap them the best that I can. I'm not the best reed gapper, but I can gap reeds well enough to suit my purposes. I can gap a reed well enough to get it to play the way that I want to. It might take a lot of trial and error, but I can do it. I'm not an expert, but I can do it. So I went in and I had to adjust every single, well, not every, I didn't touch the top ones. The top end was fine, but everything on the bottom end, terrible. Now, when I put it back together, yes, it did play a little bit better. I will admit that. In fact, part of the reason I'm making this video is because I forced myself to carry this around for the last week or two, because I refuse to believe that this was a bad harmonica. And whether it's through sheer willpower or through forcing myself to play it, I have adjusted to it and I now do play it regularly. But I still think that the Marine Band is better, like an entire step above this. Damn it, I was about to say something. Where was I going with that? I was about to lead into the next thing. Okay, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, I experienced something kind of similar on the Suzuki Manji, and actually on the Hohner crossover as well. And I have a theory that these higher-end harmonicas are somehow set up for professional players, very professional players who use a very light breath. I heard someone say this somewhere some time ago, and I always remembered that because that's why I stopped playing Suzuki Manjis. For a while, I was almost going to switch to the Suzuki Manji because it's basically a marine band. It's basically just a Japanese marine band. But there was just something about the responsiveness in the Manji that I wasn't willing to make that sacrifice. I wasn't willing to sacrifice the responsiveness of the marine band for a Suzuki Manji just because I could take it apart. And I do remember researching a lot about that because I was conflicted for a long time, and that seemed to be the general consensus, is that different harps are set up differently. As an example, I was watching a Ronnie Shellist video a few weeks ago, and he was talking about the Hohner Blues harp, and he just casually mentioned that the Hohner Blues harp, the reeds are set up with a very high action, which means that it can take a lot of breath, a lot of powerful breathing. Right, and ever since he noticed that, I did open up a couple of my blues harps, like this one here. Well, these are Big River cover plates, but this is a blues harp with a custom comb. God damn it, my brain just went blank again. Don't do this to me, brain. Right, so the blues harps are set up for very tough, like very hard playing. They can take a lot of breath, whereas if a reed is gapped too low and you hit it with a hard breath, it's just not going to respond at all. So my thinking, the theory that I'm working under, is that models like the Marine Band Deluxe, the Marine Band crossover, are probably set up in a way that you don't need as much of breath, because that's what I noticed on the Suzuki Manji, that's what I noticed on the crossover. Here I have a crossover in C. And actually, it's funny that I mentioned that because I haven't played this in weeks, and now that I pick it up after having played the Deluxe, this plays a little bit more normally, still not to my liking. And just for the record, I feel the same way about the crossover as I do about the Marine Band Deluxe. And just a little side note, why is the Marine Band Deluxe like $60, but this is like $100? I don't understand. Is it the bamboo comb? Is that what we're paying for? Because the performance of the crossover, even though it's one of the best harmonicas out there, is not worth $100. I'm sorry, it's just not. The crossover should be selling for exactly the same price that the Marine Band Deluxe is selling for. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. So yeah, guys, I mean, there's this very classic quote that I think about from time to time, and it's, do you break in a harmonica, or does the harmonica break in the player? And what that means is, do you play the harmonica enough to where the reeds kind of adjust and everything kind of breaks in and plays smooth, or Do you play on the same harmonica so long that you adjust to all of its flaws and naturally, you yourself adjust? I think it's a combination of the two. And I also think, like I said, that different harmonicas are set up in different ways. I think this is just in general, this doesn't apply to everything, but in general, cheaper harps are sort of designed for that heavy, because, the average, if you're a beginner, you blow hard. Like when I first started, I was all about how hard can I blow to get like the best tone into my harmonica. That's how I thought at the time. I don't think like that anymore. I would say my breath now is somewhere between, I guess my breath is like between light and hard. It's not really, I'm not a light breather at all. I'm not. Some people say all you need for a harmonica to play it is to breathe. I don't believe that. I think you need a little bit more power than just breathing power. I do think you need to push just a tiny bit. Not a lot. Again, I'm not... Okay, there, that one didn't want to respond there, but I'm not, So that's what I think it comes down to. And ultimately, I am very disappointed. If I had known, I wouldn't have bought this because it just doesn't play the way that I want it to. The Marine Band regular... Whatever, just fucking around. Look, I guess what I'm trying to say is nothing plays as good as the Marine Band to me, and that's just a crying shame, because really, again, I don't know what went wrong here. I really don't know what went wrong. It's not responsive enough for me. I'll keep it. I'll keep playing it only because it cost me, as much money as it did, but what a shame. What a real shame, because honest to God, all I wanted out of this was a slightly upgraded Marine Band. And instead I got some weird hybrid of a Special 20 and a crossover. I don't know how to describe it, and I'm not happy with it. I will no longer be buying Marine Band Deluxes, I don't think. I don't know. I kind of want to buy another one just to make sure that this one isn't just a bad one, but the way it stands right now, I'm just going to buy Marine Band 1896 and convert them myself at this point. Anyway, guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing terrible. My life just keeps getting worse. I just want this life to be over, man. I'm not having a good time. At this point, I don't know. I've been struggling a lot. Nothing goes right. Just look at my hair. This is something I tried to do something nice for myself. Like I was trying to treat myself with this haircut. I thought, I've been feeling so bad lately. It's Friday. I just got paid. Let me just go take care of myself a little bit. I went out. I got an oil change on the car. I got the car washed. And then I went to the haircut place. And they gave me this fucking Lord Farquaad shit. Why would you cut it the same length all the way around? I'm fucking I paid to have my beautiful hair stolen from me. I can't believe this look, this mushroom head look. Look at this. It's fucking horrific. I don't know what to tell you guys. I've never had a haircut that I liked. But also, hairdressers, why are you doing this to me? I trust you. You're women. You're supposed to make me look better. I've never had a good haircut in my life. Ever. The only time that I've been okay with how my hair looks is when my hair has been untouched for 6 months to a year. And now I'm stuck with this fucking bullshit. I don't know. I'm making a bigger deal of it than it is, but seriously, what the fuck, dude? I already hate my life. I already want to kill myself, and they do this to my hair? I gotta wake up in the mirror and look at this? Literally everything in my life is just going wrong. I don't even want to talk about it. I do, but I don't. because it would just be me complaining about every small, minute detail of my life. My work, my family, Dude, my fucking things are disappearing. Someone in my family is either purposefully or maliciously getting rid of my personal belongings. A few months ago, I don't even want to talk about this because it's making me want to fucking cry, but I had a CD collection. It's probably about 100 or 200 CDs mysteriously vanished from my mom's house. Just ceased to exist. They were in a closet one day and they're gone. Nobody has any answers for me. I don't know if they were sold or thrown away. I don't know. And then recently I had a collection of Italian stiletto knives, like those little switchblades. I had like 13 of them. Like, I don't know what you call them, if they're bench-made, not whatever. They're Italian-made stilettos. Can't find a single one of them. They're just gone. They disappeared. I don't know if one of my siblings is like desperate for money and selling my things while I'm not living at the other house. I don't know. I don't fucking know, but I'm just tired of being mistreated. And I'm tired of where I live now. I mean, I had to move because I was being abused at the other house, and now I'm living here where it's fucking 112 degrees, and this neighborhood is fucking horrific. There's animals that wake me up at all goddamn times. And I'm in debt, and I hate my fucking family. And I'm never gonna have a well-paying job, and I'm never even gonna get to... I feel like the things that I could even do, like join the harmonica community, contribute, I can't. I feel so out of touch. Like, I can't do anything. I saw a bunch of people went to SPA, which is they have a meeting every year, the Society for the Preservation and Advancement of the Harmonica. I saw a lot of people that I follow on Instagram, go on there, and I just couldn't help but think, life is passing me by, man. Like, I couldn't go even if I wanted to. I don't have the fucking money. How the hell, forget about taking time off of work. How am I even going to get over there? I have no fucking money. And even if I had the money, I wouldn't be able to take that time off of work, so... Yeah, I hope you're all having fun at SPA if you're there. I'm there in spirit, I guess, but... I don't know. Guys, I'm just going to be real with you. I hope I die soon. I would never do anything to hurt myself, but I do hope I die soon. My time does feel like it's running out. Also with health-related stuff, like I will not stop coughing blood. There is something very seriously wrong inside of my throat. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it, but it's not going away. And I'm not going to the doctor. I'm just telling you that right now because I'm done. I've had enough surgeries. I've had enough fucking health problems, dude. If I have something serious, I'm not even kidding, just let it kill me. I don't care. Just let it fucking kill me. I'd rather just wake up to find out that I'm dead. That's it. I've had enough random, completely unfair health consequences in my life that the only time you'll ever see me at a hospital is if I just got shot or if I got stabbed. If I'm like actively bleeding or if I have a broken arm, that's the only time you'll find me at a hospital. My health has caused me misery basically since I was 17 or 18. And actually, no, that's not even true. Even since high school, because my surgeries happened in high school. So actually, yeah, let's roll that back. I'd say since high school. Since early high school, my health and my anxiety have made my life not, basically impossible. Now this fucking economy that I can't get a fucking job first of all, I can't get a job that doesn't make me want to kill myself, let alone pay enough for me to fucking live. You know what matters to me? I want to play harmonica. I want to listen to music. I want to smoke weed and drink beer. That's it. That's what fucking matters to me. And I can't, and have some nice people that I love. And it's just not possible. It's just not possible. The past couple of weeks have been especially fucking brutal. Again, this throat thing, it's constant. It just doesn't ever stop. I feel it right now as I'm talking. I literally woke up today at about 4 a.m, and all I could think about was I probably have cancer and I'm gonna die soon. And even if I don't, I still have so many problems that I might as well fucking die. I just don't see any fucking escape. There's no way out. If there was just a goal to work towards, if there was just... Like, if I could go to college and they would say, hey, all you have to do is complete this course and we have a guaranteed high-paying job waiting for you. If I just had some, like, a line, if I could just see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I fucking can't. There is no light. I wish there was one. I don't want to keep talking right now because my throat is absolutely fucking killing me. But I also need to get this out because I feel like my time on this earth is running out, and more than anything, when I die, I just need people to know that I was miserable every day of my life, and me being dead is ultimately a good thing. So, yeah, I'm trying to put as much of my thoughts on camera as I can. Lately, when I make these videos, I think to myself, whatever is on your mind, whatever is on your heart, no matter how nasty or stupid you might think it be, put it out there, because I need people to know how I was feeling during my last few earthly months. And of course, there's a chance that I'm fine, but that's not really much of a relief, because then that means I just get to keep living in the misery that is my life. So it's things happening inside of me, and it's everything happening outside of me. And again, the past couple of weeks specifically, I've had to quit marijuana again. It wasn't a choice. It's just making me anxious because of health-related and life-related things. Every time that I get high now, I just think about what a wreck my life is and how it's never going to get better. God fucking damn it, I hate this hair so fucking much. I have a pair of clippers in my bathroom, and I really want to go in there and just go bald. I want to just go bald right now, I'm not kidding. I might actually do that when I'm done with this video. I might just go in there and just fucking literally get rid of all of it, because fuck it. Anyway, so yeah, I quit pot, I can't do that, and some of you watching this might be saying, good, you're cutting drugs out of your life. But no, not good, because weed is one of the only things that makes me see things in a positive light. It's one of the only things that helps me eat and sleep, and without it, I'm very dysfunctional. So, yeah, marijuana has always been very much as I enjoy it recreationally, it is a medical thing for me. But now I've had to stop, again, purely because of this, this, just everything that's been going on. And then I had to quit drinking too, again, because, I don't know, it was just getting out of control, and it was just getting to the point where I would just get home every day and just start drinking because I'm so scared of everything happening around me, and there's just nothing to look like. I hate everything in my life. There's very little. At this current point that this video is being filmed, the only thing that I have any kind of excitement or happiness about is this video game that I just got back into, Castlevania, where you run around a castle and kill monsters and level up your guy and collect equipment. That's the only thing keeping me sane right now. Normally, what would be keeping me sane is drugs, but nothing works. I mean, again, alcohol, I no longer... It's becoming a problem, and it doesn't help with the anxiety. The hangovers are horrific. The marijuana is also affecting the anxiety. I can't... I even had some... I guess I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I had some... I had some hydrocodone syrup that I had been hanging on to because I do like opiates, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. I do use them from time to time when I have access to them. I had this hydrocodone syrup, and I thought, well, hey, even if nothing else is gone right in your life, drink this syrup, and for the next 4 hours, you'll be okay. And when that didn't work, when that didn't take away all of my worries, I realized I'm in some pretty deep shit right now. Because when opiates, alcohol, what else is there? Is there any other drugs you can take to calm yourself down? I guess Xanax. I could definitely go for a Xanax right now, which you'll never catch me saying because Xanax is a stupid drug. I think it serves one function medicinally, and that's to get rid of anxiety. When people take Xanax to get high as a recreational drug, that makes absolutely no sense to me because it has no recreational value. All it does is remove the anxiety. However, I'm at a point that I would actually take a Xanax right now, unironically. So, but I'm not sure that would help. I'm not sure that would help. So yeah, I'm cutting these things out of my life, which means I'm even more of a nervous wreck. I can't sleep, I can't eat. I'm constantly on edge. My throat, I don't know. I just don't know what to fucking do. Everything sucks, man. I got no friends. I have friends. I just don't want to talk to them because it's not going to accomplish anything. Talking to friends isn't going to make me feel better. I recently broke up with my girlfriend because our relationship was a sham. It was an absolute sham of a relationship. It was not real. It was a bullshit relationship that didn't serve me anything. I told her for a long time that I was unhappy, that I was not getting what I needed, and I finally just got so fed up with everything else, all the fucking bullshit happening. A week or two ago, I broke it off, and honestly, good riddance, because with everything else that I have to deal with, that relationship was just one more block of stress on my shoulders that I just didn't need. And it was a shitty relationship. I was only in it because I'm so fucking scared to be alone. Like, it's just so nice to have someone to talk to and be like, hey, I'm fucking terrified. Everything scares me. Please help me. Please don't leave me alone. But you know what? At a certain point, I realized I feel like the end is near for me. I might as well man up for once in my life and just deal with all of this head on, which is what I've been doing, but it's fucking horrible, okay? It's fucking horrible. It's a nonstop, everyday, not to mention that I'm a hypochondriac, and again, it's not just one thing, it's what's happening on the inside and everything else on the outside. Nothing, I don't know. It feels like this life is just not even real. I feel like I'm in a simulation, and maybe when I die, I wake up to my real body, and the whole thing is like a therapy to sort of show you, hey, this is how scary and horrific everyday life can be. This is what you could be going through, so be grateful for your life, right? These are the kind of thoughts that I'm having because that's what it takes to comfort me at this point. I have to tell myself, maybe this is just a simulation where, once you die, you wake up and you realize, hey, I'm so thankful for this life. It's like when you wake up from a bad dream and you think, oh my God, I'm not in hell. I have all of my fingers. I can walk. It's like waking up from a bad dream. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm really hoping that this life is just a bad dream. And I can wake up in the next life and everything will be okay because I'm at the end of my rope. I cannot take any more. Again, I cannot stress this enough. It is constant. If you're watching this after I've uploaded the video and you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm stressing out. I'm in my room right now stressing out, or I'm at work stressing out. Those are the two possibilities for what I'm currently doing as you're watching this right now. So, I shouldn't have talked so much because now my fucking throat is actually, I can feel it. It's on the left side. Thankfully, I don't taste any blood, though, which is good. Normally, by this point, I would be tasting blood, so hopefully... Gotta take the positives where you can find them. God, I am sweating. I feel so hot and sweaty, and I think it's from being off of the alcohol in the pot, but... What a nightmare. This life is a nightmare. I've very seldom enjoyed my time on this earth. There's been short amounts of time when I was younger where things were okay. I'm not going to tell you that my life has always been bad. It hasn't. There has been times in my life where I kind of just move along living my life. And that's the goal. That's the idea. I'm at a point where with everything that's happened, I understand that I might never be happy. I understand that I'll probably be poor the rest of my life. I understand I'm not going to be a successful musician. I can accept all those things, but for the love of God, if I could just, like, settle, like, basically, I need to settle myself. Like, I need to calm down. I need to, if I can just get to a point where I live my life day to day, and I come home and I say, what a long day of work. Can't wait to watch some TV. I will settle for that at this point. I don't like all of the dreams and hopes that I had for life out the window. Put them in the trash. I don't care anymore. At this point, I just don't want to suffer. That's it. I just don't want to suffer. If I have to live the rest of my life as a loser, that's totally fine. I'm just done suffering. I'm just tired of being scared. I'm tired of being in physical pain. I'm tired of overthinking so much that I can't do anything. Because I can't. When I start to overthink, I can't do anything else. Anything. All I can do is sit there and think and feel shitty. And it's just so scary to me that drugs don't help, guys, because there was a time in my life where no matter how bad I felt, if I just had a couple shots of whiskey, everything would be fine. My mind would just go somewhere else. My mind would readjust. And now it doesn't work like that anymore. And, guys, I just can't see a way out. Like, I just can't, I don't know how I'm gonna get away from my family that I can't fucking stand, and I have to get away from them because they're driving me insane. Fuck, I don't know, like, I don't know how I'm gonna, fuck. It's, like, really, I just can't see a way out. Like, it would be one thing if I had a way to save money, and then, I don't know, like, I think of, what are the ways that somebody moves forward in life, you know? I was thinking of, like, scenarios in my head, you know? Like, maybe, you know, I just started a new Instagram, and I started reaching out to a bunch of people I haven't talked to in years. And I was so desperate, I kind of started to think, like, well, maybe I'll run into, like, I started adding people from high school. I thought, well, okay, maybe I find someone that I went to high school with, and maybe they can give me a job, or, like, I don't know. I'm like, what steps, what leads to what that leads to me not being miserable? I just cannot for the fucking life of me see the light. I don't think that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That's the thing. I really don't think that there is. I think I'm here to suffer because that's, you know. And again, hopefully this whole life, I hope this entire life is just a bad dream or some kind of a bad drug trip. You know, like maybe, you know, sometimes when people take drugs, they go on these trips where they're different people and they live different lives, and then they come back and they say, wow, that trip was crazy. I lived a whole other life where I was this guy. I'm hoping that that's what this is. I'm hoping that this is just some weird, fucked up trip that I'm tripping on some drug, and I'm going to wake up one day and life will be happy and warm and welcoming and comforting and just fun. I just want to see blue skies and grass, and I just want to live. Fuck. All right, whatever. Fuck this shit. Thank you for watching.